Okay, here we are with deck of the month. We're going to be doing resource challenge. Last month's deck of the month ended up being a little light. I actually feel like I didn't do that many events. So I think because like Credit Blitz felt pointless, and then I didn't end up doing champs. So I kind of only just did like 3, which wasn't very many. So I wanted to do more this month, hopefully. So we figured resource challenge is a good one. That's a relatively competitive event. And it's got some good maps. I think Slash Fields and Stonewall are both decent maps. Both showcase very different things as well, though. What's interesting, I'll tell you a little story, a little Rivals history story. When there was still a team, I was asking one of the balance guys, I think it was balance guys, I was asking them about who decides the maps on the events, and I think they said that they did it. And I was like, oh, what's your criteria for deciding the maps? And he said, I'm pretty sure he was like, oh, I put maps together which encourage the same play styles. And I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? You put Stonewall with Slashed Fields. One of them is very aggressively a split up map where you want a fast aggressive deck, and the other one is Godsend 2 range deck. What are you doing, man? So yeah. And there was there's so many events that have this as well, where two of the maps, there's 2 maps and they're so disparate. Unranked is Orbit and Fighting Pit, which you can't get more different maps.
Unit offline.
But yeah, his answer was that he picks maps that support the same playstyle, and I was just a bit like, oh bro, how do you come to the conclusion these are the same playstyle? I'll tell you what, that rifle boost, absolutely insane, terrible play. I'm getting a little concerned about the amount of stall we've had though. Starting to think my opponent is in fact trying to stall. It might just be that they're attacking my units and they're not really, they're just fighting and they haven't considered the pad situation. Although now that I've been on this pad and he then got on that pad, I don't know, man, it kind of seems like we're looking at some stall. This person really enjoys boosting their units. Spamming boost on units is very bad, chat. Don't do it. Boost is almost never worth using. I think that's actually one of the most valuable lessons you can learn about boost commanders, is that most of the time it's not actually worth using your boost commander. You should not be using it on cooldown. There were times, the only commander I think you ever used on cooldown was Strong Arm. When Strong Arm was 40 and was really strong, there was a bunch of decks that would use Strong Arm every time they could use it, basically. And it was totally legit to do so. That is not the case for boost commanders. 30 is quite a lot of tib, honestly, to just use on what is often going to be a slightly better exchange in a fight. He boosted lasers to fight, what, a Banshee or a tank or something? You're already going to win that fight. You're just winning it slightly better. Kind of pointless. It's definitely not worth the money. Alright. Now we use the Seth, and that's GG. And here comes another boost. Alright, got him. Unranked has Orbit and Fighting Pit, yeah, which is very disparate maps. But no, these maps have been in the game forever. These maps were definitely put in the game by the Redwood team. The new team has not set maps permanently. These were done by Nivmet for sure. Well, I wasn't gonna name him, but it was definitely Nivmet. I chatted to Nivmet about it. I don't know for sure that Nivmet's the one that put them in the game, but I know for sure that he's the one who told me that that's how it was decided which ones were going in for the events.
Scorpion ready to sting.
Did you know Redwood National Park is where they filmed Endor in Star Wars? I did not know that, Kenny. But now I've learned something today. And a day where you learn something is a good day. If this guy's gonna run around with bikes like this, I'm gonna shove his harvester. could Seth. I could Seth to really push the half. Buggy tank is just such a good opening. Buggy tank as an opening also just like absolutely smashes anyone who's playing tech. So rare for a tech deck to have a good early game that can beat buggy and tank. Should I make another tank? I guess I should make another tank. I could have used Seth here, but it just wasn't necessary. Paying 70 for a flamer that I don't need feels like a bit of a waste. Especially when there might come a situation where I want to suddenly build both my buildings. Not even sure these rifles are a good idea. I could just stick with the buggy and tank. He's clearly struggling with it. There's a basilisk out of nowhere. A 1/2 basilisk? That is a cheeky 1/2 basilisk there. Alright, GG my guy. Nice basilisk. Yeah.
Objective complete.
I'll just bully Steve.
New mission received.
Time to harvest.
Building online.
I don't think anyone still played Diablo Immortal. I think loads of people still play Diablo Immortal.
Gonna shred 'em. The Brotherhood is rising.
And if I want, I appreciate that. I'll consider it. Shouldn't have actually moved in here. I might lose this now. Yeah, I had to bring the second buggy in and it was still a trade with the laser, which is not a good trade. Shouldn't have pushed in against the rifles. Should have just chilled. So that's fine, we'll get the tank out. We've still got the buggy to pressure the infantry, because he's probably going to make more lasers. Yeah, there they are. Yeah, this is not good trades. I don't think I should have let the tank take that much damage. I killed a laser and a bike, and I almost lost my tank, so that's still a pretty bad trade. There goes the tank. Still gonna win the missile though. It just doesn't seem like he can beat buggy tank in the early game, which is, to be fair, often the case. Buggy tank is hard to beat. I wouldn't be surprised to see Banshee soon. Pretty common response when people are losing to tanks. He has double half, so I guess he's just waiting for his tech units. Yep, there's the basilisk. Alright, goodbye tank. Probably not worth losing my tank here. I should try and get rid of this random rifleman. Being pop-capped here is a big problem. Oops, I'm broke. Oh my god, I didn't realize how low I was on money. I think I still win, right? The basilisk is just too slow. Ah, boosted flame tank. Nice. Probably would have lost to that if the game wasn't over.
Enemy base destroyed. Establishing battlefield control.
Ah, my boy Slug with the stream snipes.
2, 1. New objective available.
Wonder what he's playing today.
Tick Tank is the most busted unit in the game. It can take on rockworms, titans and centurions. I'm sure 2 ticks would also prov beat an avatar. It's the best unit one can have to punish tech decks. It's also good at holding pads.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Tank. I think Tick is pretty busted. I'm not a Tick lover these days. I'm anti-Tick. Snipers. Uh-oh. I think he's playing Sling Sniper.
Missile cancelled.
Awkward.
Unit offline.
Should have gone air instead, I guess. Well, actually, no, I just should have just made my tank sooner. Then I would have been fine.
Damage received.
Ren's. Probably Gren Razorback then. He has Sling as well. It's a tough matchup.
Building online.
He would have to be playing Sling and Pitbull, which is pretty unusual though.
Unit offline. Unit ready.
Well, so he is in fact just playing a counter deck, it looks like.
Unit offline.
The only other contender for the most busted title is the MLRS, where it trades beefiness for damage. A defended MLRS can take on all tech vehicles with ease as well, especially if boosted.
I'm enjoying this like information stream with tank.
Unit offline. Unit offline.
I don't know if I agree that MLRS is that busted. Like, MLRS is just busted in the same way that 2 range units are busted. Like, I don't think it's actually that strong outside of the fact that it has 2 range. And obviously 2 range stuff is dumb. Like, that's what makes it dumb, is the 2 range.
Unit offline.
But like, I wouldn't say it's I don't think it's substantially more busted than most other 2 range units. Like, I think Sling is more busted than MLRS. This is why I have so many anti-infantry units in my deck, by the way. Because I really feel like the metagame is just about being able to answer infantry no matter what they have. So that's why I have buggies and rifles and venoms. That's why, like, I think triple anti-infantry is just so important right now.
Mission accomplished. 3, 2.
Homeworld 3 comes out next Monday. That's as in Monday 1
I
week.
think Jade is cracked.
or-
I know if you use Jade missile on chem buggy it will explode, but when someone used it on leftover chem that was scattered around, it literally covered a half of the map.
May 13th. Okay, so actually, like, literally next Monday. Do I want to play Homeworld 3? I feel like I probably do. Homeworld was pretty sweet. Homeworld's a pretty sweet game. Whoa. Hello there. That would appear to be a Giga Cannon, sir. Did you misclick? You appear to have made a Giga Cannon as your second unit.
Unit ready.
Didn't last long though, the old jiggly cannon.
Missile cancelled. Unit offline.
Probably should have done drill pod there instead of the venom. That might have been better. Well, it worked out pretty well anyway.
Unit offline. Unit ready. Unit offline.
I need to try and maintain reasonable amount of control of the map to ensure that he doesn't get another Giga Cannon.
Unit offline.
Another Giga Cannon. Oops, that misclick's gonna hurt. Yeah, that misclick cost me my unit. Jiggly Cannon isn't what it used to be against infantry. You can't just make a Jiggly Cannon and have it charge up against lasers and just win for free anymore. Alright, GG. Easy clap.
You are victorious. Field control. 3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Carefully now.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, Kenny. I do want to do the Tokyo Sandblaster.
Unit ready.
On the move. Fixing for a fight.
Oh, you mean like a time trial event?
For a fight.
See how quickly you can win the... Didn't we do this last time and it turned out the fastest way to win was just to play a deck and try and win quickly?
Unit ready.
Like the fastest game each time was just the one where I'd play one half normal gameplay and try and win the game. That's kind of what I'm doing now. Oh shit. Yeah, there we go. We got the second shot off. Alright, so now we're ahead in the tank mirror. See if I can absorb the shot with my buggy. I could not, but I did finish off his tank with the buggy, which is pretty good. Alright, I'm pretty far ahead in the tank mirror now. I'm like 2 shots up, so if he just keeps making tanks, we're gonna win. He's gonna have to switch into laser. Like a coward! I have Seth, so I don't care.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
Alright, GG. You know I have the tank, man. You know that buggy can't possibly get there. Seems a little pointless to even make it. I don't want this tank to die to his buggy.
Unit ready.
Going pretty poorly for him. Here comes the Banshee. Do people know Banshee doesn't beat Buggy? I wonder. Because people often do this against me. Like, we'll have a Buggy tank mirror, they'll lose the tank mirror, and then they'll switch into Banshee. And I'll just kill it with the Buggies that I have. And I'm always wondering, like, do they know that the Banshee's going to lose to the Buggy, or do they think that switching into Banshee is a good call against the Buggy? I'm always curious. Kind of looks like this game's already over, to be honest. Alright, GG.
Nuclear warhead launched. Enemy base destroyed. Control. 3, 2, 1.
One of my friends have played 24.6 hours of Mana Lords. That's a lot of Mana Lording.
Building online. Unit ready.
Buggy and a gun.
Fixing for a fight. Fixing for a fight, Buggy. If you say so. For the Brotherhood.
Have I played this guy?
Love you.
Buggy rolling.
Love you too, coach.
Advancing. Buggy on the move.
Unit ready.
Moving. Buggy and a gun.
I mislit my Buggy. Now it's taking a volley for no reason. So I exchanged a wheel squadron for one attack on my Buggy, basically.
Building online.
Scorpion ready to hunt.
Seems like a fine exchange, honestly. Nice Giga, my guy. Unlucky about the map. Get popped. It's over, boys. It's just over. Just pack it in. It's done. Can't quite kill this harvester, unfortunately.
Scorpion tank reporting. Scorpion ready to sting in the tail. Sting in the tail. Advancing. Scorpion is near.
Unit ready.
What's that? You want to move up?
Scorpion tank.
I say no to that plan.
Warhead launched.
Scorpion ready.
Unit offline.
For the Brotherhood. That's right, Scorpion ready to
Unit ready.
His will moves with weak, but painful.
Unit offline. Unit ready.
The flames envelop us. Flame thrusters, all them taking fire. Bug, all over. End of Banshee cries. Somebody died. Scorpion tank on the move.
Not sure how I'm actually going to get at the
Scorpion ready to
Giga Cannon, though.
Scorpion ready to hunt.
I need this tank to die so I can get a new one. This like low hit point tank is a liability. Actually got blocked from the air unit. That's a beating. This deck doesn't seem great against 2 range, it has to be said. Like any tank based deck is obviously going to struggle against 2 range units. I'm actually going to try and kill this with Venoms. Venoms do reasonable vehicle damage. I think the hardest thing to beat is going to be just Giga with infantry next to it. Alright, I think that's game. That second missile was kind of rough though. Couldn't really push in against the Giga with flamers next to it.
Unit offline. Mission accomplished. Field control. 3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Tiberium is calling.
Building online.
I remember this guy.
Unit ready.
The only YouTube video I have with speed in the name is from March 15, 2021. Ah, are we no-half MG? This is not the map you want to play no-half MG on. This is a very unfortunate map to play no-half MG on. Especially against buggy opening, which is one of the worst things you can fight against when you're playing no-half MG. He has to make a pitbull. Yeah, I shouldn't have made another buggy. Because he has to make a pitbull here. So I actually need a tank. I might lose the first. I might have thrown the missile, honestly. This third buggy should have been a tank instead. Alright, there's the tank. Now it should be very hard for me to lose. No half MG without the MG is just a very, very weak no half deck. Yeah, this game's over.
Objective
Excuse me.
complete. 3, 2, 1. New mission received.
Dingo Europe. That's the geo map we could do, Kenny. Dingo Europe.
Building online.
Opening? That's bad for me. I have to switch into laser against a bike opening.
Building online. Unit ready.
Lasers. Your command. Laser squad ready for it.
Slipped and lost damn hit points on my buggy. Feels bad, man. Alright, I'm okay with this. This will win. My bike plus laser, buggy plus laser will win here. And then we can just go into tank. Yeah, easy tank now.
Unit ready.
Hitting rifles just have a free vision unit. Tick tank. Boo! Boo! Fucking tick tank. You should never boost a tick tank, by the way. The way the, well, not never. You should boost tick tanks to get them into position, but once it's borrowed, the way the negative from the boost and the positive from the borrow stack is bad for the boost. So you don't actually want to boost your tick tank. Not when it's borrowed. I don't need to push this tick tank. I'm not going to take random damage for no reason. I've already got 2 pads. That's all I need. Pretty glad it's this map. In fact, I feel like we've just played this map. Maybe we played the other map a little, but I feel like we've almost exclusively played on stone wall this run. All right, keeping good control of the tick tank here. This is another thing. This is one of the things that does suck about tick tank. It's obviously like grossly overpowered if you get control of the map. But if you lose control of the map, it can be pretty terrible. Because you can't really get it back. Like, because he can't fight my tanks in the open field. Well, he probably can actually, because Tic Tac's kind of busted. Tic Tac does surprisingly well against Scorpion, even without burrowing it. But yeah, like, you're not really supposed to push. You're not really supposed to push into their tanks, but then you have nothing that fights their tank anymore, because all you have is your tank. So if you can't get it burrowed consistently, you can't really make any more Tic Tacs. Break points. It actually looks like Bike's got a health nerf. Yasser is back. Oh my god, this guy again? This guy plays lots of tech, doesn't he? This is a bad map to be playing against tech. You really don't want to be playing against tech on Stonewall. Stonewall's a pretty good tech map. Yeah, he does play lots of tech, I believe. But maybe he's just weak to buggy in the early game. Let's find out. Actually does not beat buggy, so this is leaning into my theory that he's weak to buggy early game. I hate playing against this guy. I remember he plays, I think he plays triple tech. I think he plays rifle missile triple tech. Sorry, rifle missile banshee triple tech. Because his deck is so cheap, and it's actually like pretty annoying to try and stop the banshees from stalling. Yeah, now he's just gonna make tech units. Flame tank, first tech unit. Flame tank, first tech unit when I have no infantry. That tells you everything you need to know about rivals. That tells you everything you need to know about flame tank at least. He does seem pretty weak to the old buggy, doesn't he? Wow, this is probably the most destroyed I've ever seen this guy get. I've never beaten that guy so comfortably before. It's because his deck doesn't have a good answer to buggy in the early game. An open buggy. That's how you beat. That's how you smash tech decks. Really, is just have something they're really weak to until they get to tech. Kind of weird that he went flame tank as his first tech unit though. I'm gonna see. He has cyborg, and what's the other one? Doesn't he have like rockworm? I feel like rockworm first would have made a lot more sense there than flame tank. You had to counter the buggy, but not the gun. Yeah, maybe. 79% win rate. What a time to be alive. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next time.